What's up, y'all? Welcome to GRIZZ Zombies. I'm Violent, your guide. We're going to talk about this new Gauntlet melee. This new melee that is freaking awesome, man. It's actually, there's an achievement for the Fist of Iron. It's called the Gauntlet of Siegfried. Forfeit, whatever. And it is awesome, dude. It actually has a dragon attachment on top. It's not just a fist. There's multiple things that we're going to cover here. And I'm going to show you the effects. You remember that Dragon Strike controller? I did a tutorial on that already. It'll be in the description box below if you don't already know how to get here and to pack a punch. But once you go through the iteration of rounds, this is where it kicks in. This is where you need to pick it up, because if you'll notice in the upper left corner, there's a dragon egg. Yeah, and how you get that dragon egg down is below pack a punch, and it's on a rafter that you got to shoot down just above the sewers. And so it falls down nice and easily. You can shoot it. I believe people are saying explosive damage. That's what I thought last time, because that's how we actually discovered it. But nonetheless, it just shoot it and it'll roll down and you can grab it. But what do we do with the egg, right? What do we do with it? We need to go outside of power here, and there's a little area in front of power, and that has a nest. Well, we set the egg in there, and now we need some sort of fire ability to blast on top of it. You can actually try Dragon Strike. It might work. Best bet is to bring a dragon over. There's nothing required. Just stand in this area, and the dragon will eventually come over and breathe fire. That's what you want. And what that's going to do is set the egg in some sort of state where it needs to cool down now, and that's what we're looking for. You'll see that it must cool, and this is going to take a few rounds, maybe just timer. I don't know. We went like 2 rounds. I'll have to test if that's timed yet, but what you do is you come back over to spawn where you have your sets of challenges. Now the very bottom set of challenges is one that you'll need to progress through, and so your egg will reach 100%. Once at 100%, you will now be able to incubate the egg. Where do you go? What do you got to do with this? What's the next step? Where do we put this egg? And in the grand scope of things, where's it located, right? So we go to Pack-a-Punch, and underneath Pack-a-Punch, there is the incubation holders. So we're going to come over here and place them in. Now the call out, I would say, for Pack-a-Punch is either Pack-a-Punch, but if you're aiming down here specifically, call it sewers. Alright, sewers, because this is the only place that really leads to the sewers. And there's also a generator here that you'll need to power on for the first steps, or second step of the Easter egg, which we'll get into later. But you're going to need to hold down here as well. This is another time-consuming process, and this does take quite some time. So I believe this took us about 3 rounds, but it does lock you in. So either you're down here holding down, or you're taking the sewer out. That's it. That's your only ways out of here. Now, when you're able to pick it up, it'll just say retrieve, and you should get 5,000 secret bonus points. Now, these aren't the same type of bonus points like Paradoxical Prologue that we unlocked for the Giant. This is just something different. Maybe it's some sort of checkpoint, like you've made it through this far, and here's how we're going to appreciate it, but whatever. Down this crazy-ass rabbit hole, we're going to find ourselves landing in spawn. There is a blank point where it does go to black, and you'll see this every game, and it's a halfway point through the sewers, but no, it doesn't mean anything important. So we're going to head over to our gravestone, and there now it'll say incubate the egg. I don't know why it says that, but we need to take the reward, and that reward is the Gauntlet of Siegfried. I'm not sure if I'm saying that right, but it is a gauntlet that has a dragon, an actual dragon you can throw off your shoulder, and it'll fly around and do damage. Now, once you do that, you'll gain the melee attack where you can thrust forward. Now, the melee attack just with the dragon on is powerful in itself. But I'm going to show you the other effects from a third-person perspective. Me looking at the other guys playing with me, Onage here and Oversoul. They both helped me big time throughout all of this. So this is wielding the Fist of Iron. And the Fist of Iron, if we remember, is from Origins. And we actually could upgrade it to an elemental version. So maybe we'll have something like that here. But I'm not sure if we'll have another elemental factor, because it just seems like Dragon's Breath. And that is what you can do as well. Now I'm going to show you what it looks like when we send off the dragon. It's also very important. And it just goes off and shoots at zombies. And it tends to miss a lot, but it's very useful, right? Because it's like an extra blast cannon helping you out. And so this special weapon is definitely cool. And special weapons in the past that we've seen, Shadows of Evil had the swords, actually, was a special weapon. Then we had Drak with the Ragnaroks. Then we had Zetsubu no Shima, which had the Skull and Sapwe. And now here we have the Gauntlet as our special weapon in GOROD KROVI. And so this is what it looks like from when you're looking at somebody actually trying to punch zombies. It's a very fast forward, and he zooms across the whole map, just slamming through zombies. This is actually one of the most amazing things I've ever seen. But I'm gonna leave you here with some gameplay, and you guys can enjoy that. And I'll see you guys for the Easter egg hunt moving forward here. All right, Viollent out.
Just punching them my way through waves.
And as soon as you punch, like, you will, like, travel that distance until you hit your target. Damn, that fucking dragon is going crazy for real.